So, who's tuning in today for our beautiful astrology? Come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Say hello in the comment box. If you're on the Mary June Tracy page, unfortunately, I can't see it right now, but if you're on the Guru Mama page or Periscope, just say hello and good morning and let me know how you're doing this morning. And welcome everybody. It's a full moon all day in Gemini. The moon's in Gemini and the sun is in Sagittarius. So I'm coming in and giving you a little bit of info before we get into kind of the readings for the day. I posted up all the readings for each of the signs in the Guru Mama page. So if you are looking and if you want to read it, I did a whole so I posted them up in the Guru Mama page. There's a few things. I mean, this energy this week, and what my guides are showing me, I keep on getting the giant snake coming in, and the giant snake is showing me about really shedding a lot of skin, but you can't go back into the skin once you shed it. And this is the whole thing, is that there's so much being shedded, so much going out there. And the other part too is there's there's a lot going to happen. There's a lot happening right now in the world right now, and a lot of things are happening very rapidly this week. This week is going to be just a very fast acting, rapid week. And we're going to hear and see things happening not only in our own lives, but in the world around us. Things are going to be transforming very quickly in the world around us. And this week is very, there's a lot of unrest, put it that way, that's coming up. And that's where a lot of people are sitting there with the South Node in Sag expecting things to change. And there is disruptions, there is rumblings, and my prayers go out to the people in Europe right now because of laws that are being passed. In France, you're not allowed to take pictures of police, and the police are harassing and being very brutal to people there. And if you watch the stock market, if you watch the market, which I do, is that you see that there's a lot of people making money through this lockdown, and a lot of people with governments that are making money with this lockdown. And this is what we have to look at. And then there's such a squeeze and such a push, where I mentioned earlier on in one of my predictions about watching great big corporations and what the corporations will be doing, and how the corporations are going to be wanting to push out the little person, and pushing out the little person is making them bigger, because now you're going to be dependent upon them. And being dependent upon them, that means that that's where you're going to be going to get your whatever it is, and even your non-essentials. So this is very important for us as we're going forward, and as we're start, and I've been saying this and saying this, really be aware of where your dollars are being spent. Be aware of where you're putting your money to, because of this, really push to just sort of just be non-compliant, be in that way of not thinking, be in that way of not paying any attention to what the fuck's going on. You have to start paying attention to what's going on. There is a huge rumbling of animosity going around in the world, not only in the United States, but in Canada too, in what is happening. And people are getting upset. They're losing their livelihoods. They're losing a lot. And this is where this full moon activation, this full moon is activating all of this intensity, because it's in Gemini. And Gemini energy is saying, okay, here's A, here's B, here's C. Oh, we're seeing the links that are coming together. But many are going down into the south node of Sagittarius, which is very like, somebody's going to save me. Something new is going to come in and it's going to save me. And the writing's on the wall, even within our own personal life. If you want, it's just showing you this is the directions that you need to be going into, but you're not going into them. You're not doing them because you're waiting on something else to appear. You're waiting on somebody else to come in. It's like this is the energies. This is the vibration that's coming in. And a lot of people don't want to hear it. It's like, oh, it's Christmas time. Yeah, it's Christmas time. But this is a spirit of really being aware, of awakening, of seeing things. And between this full moon and the new moon that's going to be coming up in Sagittarius, which is a full solar eclipse, you're going to see some nutty shit coming up. And you're going to be not only maybe in your own life, if you're not taking 100%, not doing what you need and taking that responsibility of making those changes, you're going to be seeing it you're going to be seeing it happening to other people and in the world around us. It is a scary thing. And for a lot, it's a scary thing. But my guides are saying, like, they're scrambling right now on, okay, we're doing this, we're getting things going, we're moving forward. This is what we're going. We're going through these boxes. We're installing everything. The tracks are laid. We are heading into the direction that we need to head on to. But some people don't want to go. It's like, do you want to be on the happy train or the bitch train? They're like, well, I'll be on the bitch train because it's so much easier. And then, something new will come out. It scares me this week, and I don't usually get scared, but I am feeling a lot this week on what is going to be unveiled and the anxiety that's going to be coming up for a lot of people this week. This week, I'm putting it at the most. It's past a 50. It's past a 50 out of 10. It is in that area. And that's because you got so many people that, everybody awakens on their own way. Everybody figures out their shit in their own way. But some people don't even want to figure that out. Some people are going in and they're posting, like, before you post something, please fucking look it up. Don't be posting memes that you're like, oh, this is a cute meme, but you're thinking that's the truth. But it's like, you didn't look it up. I just saw something, then, they said this, and I'm just like, that's not even from them. That post isn't even from their website, right? So this is like, we got to do our due diligence. You got to do the diligence of really putting things together. And if you're not, this is when the craziness, kind of trickles down. And yeah, we're going to feel it. It's going to happen. There's a lot of civil unrest that is happening, and we're going to feel it, and we're going to see it. And I'm just calling out, and it's not, and I know there's a few people that are like, but you're not being positive. Okay, well, maybe to you, I'm just coming out with the truth with what's going on, and you don't want to hear the truth, and you want to go around with your head stuck up your fucking ass and do nothing about it. That's your choice. You want to do something about it? Yeah, you can go out there, be positive, go out there, make sure you're shining your light. You got to do your due diligence. You got to do your due diligence on seeing what is going on. What did they say? What did they do? How are they reacting? What's happening with our government? What's happening with others? A lot of people don't want to know. They're waiting for that mirror, and sometimes it's very easy to go in there, and I get it. It's so easy. It's like, okay, maybe I'm going to wake up and life is going to be somewhat different, or the way it was, or whatever it was. But this week, it's coming in with a gangbuster of energy that is showing us in our face that this is what we need to start looking at. So as we are going to go through each of your sun signs, sun, moon, and rising sign, and I'm going to pull them out of my little magical box over here and see who's going to go first on that note. And I know people are like, but I wanted, I don't know. But when I wake up and I know that there's this energy, and I was out with the moon this morning, and it was beautiful, and it was so quiet, and the energies were just absolutely fantastic this morning. And just watching that moon, but the messages that I kept getting as I'm out there taking my pictures and watching it come out from underneath that beautiful blanket of of clouds, and it's coming down, and it just appeared, and it was showing me, and it was the energies that I got is like people have to start doing their due diligence. And that's what I kept getting. I'm just like, oh. And I'm asking, am I doing my due diligence? And I got, well, not all the time. And I'm like, okay. So this message wasn't only for everyone, it was also for me, and making sure that I'm doing my due diligence, that I'm standing up, that I'm, following my A, B, C, D. This is air. Things change rapidly. This is mutability. It changes rapidly. And with Mercury going into Sagittarius on Tuesday, it is bringing in this message and of looking at truth. But he's going to be going into Sagittarius, and here's these Centaurians running around, not knowing what the fuck to do, right? So we have this crazy energies that are coming in for us. And as I said, a few weeks ago, these next few weeks is all the whole year prepped into one. And it's really bringing in some interesting energies, interesting awakenings for us to really appear and do what it is that we need to do. As we head into Sagittarius is up on the blocks first. So our beautiful Sagittarius, and I'm just feeling like, there is, I think the Sagittarius are, it's like owning your needs as a part of who you are, and get ready to unveil a whole new facet of yourself. So you got to cast the past in a different light. Hidden and deeply buried needs may surface this week, and you may be surprised by how long you have managed to suppress them. So that's part of the anxiety that's coming in. And we get the beautiful card Unity, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace. So you're radiant great love. So there is love that's going to help you to come through this. But you are not only just a big mutable weather with the sun, and now Mercury is coming in there, but a mutable eclipse season, which is going to impact on you, your image, your appearance, your style, your brand, your look, messaging, how you appear, as well as others themselves, as in your partners, past, present, and perspective. The 30th, with this eclipse right now, this is full moon happening in your 7th. So take some time around you, and another is being, something's being concealed there. So you may wonder where you stand at this point, or is it still something deeply with this person that you're keeping under wraps and not ready to reveal? People from your past may reappear. There's a key energies that are coming in there for that. And this is bringing in quite a transformation for all of this. And the Piscean energy, Neptune going forward, and it's squaring the nodes, and the nodes are in your house. And this week has to be better than last week. This week is a revealing week, Andrea. This week is like things are going to happen very rapidly, very quickly for people. So it is quite a huge week, really. Going back, because I got two things. I got answering you, and then I got energies coming in for Sagittarius. So the energies are very loving. So there's a lot of loving energy to go to rely on, to step into. And with Mercury that zooms into your first and trines over to Chiron, this is taking a chance to get those unspoken needs met, and may just bring you some outstanding, unexpected results. And then we also have that with shining a different light, because there's Venus coming in, and it's going to trine Neptune. And this is where we're going to find that what you have been led to believe and what the reality is may now shift to be something totally different. And what's coming in is that you got to look at your beloved. Prepare for something. Believe that you are lovable. Believe that you have that love and that joy within you. So Sag, there's a lot to do with love, and loving yourself and having love around you is very important. This is quite a big message for you this week on stepping into that and trusting that loving energy, because it's leading you to something new. And I know it takes it takes Sagittarius a while to do things. I mean, they're one of those signs that, yeah, okay. I mean, yes, they move around, they do a lot, and they're quite, energetic, and there's a lot of energy there. But when it comes to getting things and saying, okay, let's go do this, do this, do this, it's like, that's why, opposite being Gemini, it's like getting that wind under your fire and saying, come on, we're going to do this now. Stop procrastinating, stop waiting for this. And then it's like, oh, well, let me wait to see if this happens or that happens. And then suddenly something big happens that they wake up and they say, oh my fuck, I got to go. And here it is, 4 cups for you. Saying, I got to make a change. I got to do something different. I can't stay the same. But you're staring at the same thing, expecting a different result. When something new is coming in, and it may not seem so great, but you got to accept that cup, because the cup is coming from God, your goddesses, your divine, your source, whomever, coming in and saying, here, you got to take this. It's time for you to take this and start making the changes that are needed to be made. Yet it's, don't be just continually staring at the old when something new is trying to come in for you. As we move along to little Pisces. Yeah. So we got the Pisceans coming in. And Neptune is gone forward. So we got him going forward. Yes, he's squaring the nodes. So there's a lot of energy that's coming in on maybe decision making on where you want to go, what you want to do. It is a little bit dreamy. But Neptune is your ruling planet, and because he is not only making his only visit to Pisces in your lifetime, but is spending the first full day in direct motion. There's a chance today to look into the future with confidence. This allows you to see through the fog of the war that today's eclipse full moon might create. And there's a challenge and there's demands, and Mercury's returning to your career sector. So tomorrow, this is going to bring you some intellectually savvy edge energy in your work-life balance. But feel like a room without a roof? Might be. So there's a deep sense of inner wisdom that's coming in. And this is really a call for you to be yourself, to kick something new. This is a cycle. It's happening. It's your truth. You're mutable, this weather, and also with this mutable eclipse. This week brings in with this full moon, coming in, is with, because it's ruling fourth in your chart. December will also bring in a total eclipse on the 10th. You probably already worked out that along with this sun and moon energy that's coming in and the north node squaring, this is something that you need to start being aware of. This is about you're going to be feeling sensitive, vulnerable with this energy, but also under the pressure to bring your best game. This is getting out there. And with Mercury in the 10th, trining Chiron in your second, one of the things that you need to remember is to know what you want and to be open to it. Allow yourself to be open to it. This is like advertising that they talk about with the USP, unique selling points. What's your unique selling point? In comes love. So be true to your path. Be true to what it is that you're desiring and stepping out into that path. And in comes Mercury, allowing yourself, communicating what it is that you love and what you want to go out and to do. This is if you're, feeling this happiness is truth. Feeling it. It's about a new beginning, which comes from linking into your inner wisdom and releasing yourself from trying to be anything that you're not. So don't try and be something that you're not, or trying to stay in what you're not, because the magic is there. This is very magical. This is very magical energy that's coming in for you with Neptune there, allowing you to connect with that beautiful energy that is yours and look at your selling point, your uniqueness, and step forward in that uniqueness. And don't get caught up in the past shit. Don't get caught up in past and saying, oh, but it used to be like this and we did it like that. It's time to step out of that. And especially, and I know with those squares coming in, that you're going to feel a little bit uneasy. You're going to feel a little bit wonky with it all. But you got to trust in the energies going forward. You got to trust in yourself that, yes, I can make and create something very unique for myself and what I need to do for me. There we go. As we go forward to lovely, 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 lovely Aquarius. Hello, my lovely Aquariuses, my Aquarians. Whoo! You're not the talk of the town yet, baby, but you soon will be. This is bringing in where you're kind of like lapsing around, but the moon and Uranus are going to clash. And they're going to clash, and it's going to come in, and it's going to look at what you need to balance in for the remainder of 2020. This is about looking at what's going to reveal for you in a true form, and even where it can be found. Don't be looking unless you can help, unless you can help it now. So chances are, because you're going to go in the wrong, you might be led in the wrong directions. This is looking into see you on the dark side of the moon. The moon rules your intuition along with Neptune, but haven't nudging you this week. This is an enigma. This is mystery that's unwrapping for you. And a little bit of mutability. And you're not too good with mutability. I mean, you're just, that's not your thing, Aquarius. Because it goes all over the place, right? So along with the nodes, this is where it's for you to say, I would say, if you don't want to be in a partnership or a parent at this time, take extra precautions. That's the other thing. Because if you're not ready to have that connection, I got a lot of, with Neptune coming in, there's a lot of fertility coming in there. Just saying, that's just what I saw, right? So here we got, and of course the card I pull out for Aquarius is birthing. So there's things that you're going to be birthing, but what is it that you want to birth, right? These eclipses conceal. There's something that is concealed there. They may not be what they appear to be. So December is also going to bring a total solar eclipse. This touches on your larger social circles. This is your brand, networking, clubbing, and with Mercury trining over to Chiron, this is coming into about a place of new and potentially fascinating about how you radiate, how you shine, and allowing yourself to shine. And with the Libra energy, it's about bringing in the diplomacy. Also with relationships, right? When it comes to success, what are you going to move and what is your long term? If you are really wanting to be success or goal oriented, then put your energy into that. If your energy is all over the place and you're feeling that mutability, it's going to really get you off balance. So this is about seeking out people that you know that you can be around, seeking out some soul friends. And the Queen of Pentacles is reversed for you. So the Queen comes in. I mean, she is the queen of the mundane world and bringing you plenty and beautiful things, but she's reversed. So she's saying that, not everything is in order for you. You got to really start working for a lot of things for yourself and getting your stuff in order, getting what it is that you need in order. And in order for you to start focusing on your goals and going towards your goals so that you can bring in the harmony and the balance of what it is that you truly want to birth into your life. So, hello. Welcome, Dana. Welcome, Char. So, as we're plugging along, there is a lot of energy in the air right now. There's a lot of intensity that's coming in. People are wanting answers. I feel like there's going to be some more of a lot of scrambling coming in this week. We're going on to Cancer, but I'm not speaking about Cancer. I'm speaking in general right now. With the transits that are coming in and with this full moon is like boom. It is coming forth, and this is actually since the nodes moved into Sag and Gemini, this is the first time it's coming into their full eclipse energy and coming into that fullness of their eclipse energy. So here we go. But this is, and it is, not everything is going to be seen. Now, this wasn't a full lunar eclipse. It was a pre-nebule, so it was 3/4 because it was at 8 degrees, so it was 12. $14 degrees, 15 degrees off of the nodes. So so it wasn't, it was, so it's when it's right on the nodes that it becomes the full. So when we have this lunar eclipse that, or solar eclipse that is coming in, when is the full moon? It's today. Today, the full moon is today. So when we have a solar eclipse, this is the energies, right? This energy is going to be straight on the galactic point. So we got to look at where the nodes are and where they are. They're straight on the galactic point. And right now at the 8 degrees, we have Antares and Aldebaran. So we have the battle between good and evil going on, right? You know, where Archangel Michael is within the North Nodes and the Pleiadians. And I saw the three sisters this morning. Could not get the photo though, but I could see that energy of the three sisters and going into the Pleiadians and that realm. It was so magical. It was so magical. And bringing that energy and just this morning with the moon and stuff. So this is, they're taking pictures out there in the middle of a field. But this is the magic. You know, let's step into your magic. Let's step into your power. Because with so much uprise that is going to be happening this week, and it's going to happen rapidly, we're going to see this. We're going to see this, right? And, you know, with things that are happening, especially out east, like there's some crazy fucked up shit that's happening out east in Ontario, and some of the deals that the premier made with Walmart, because some of the people in his cabinets have been able to get on the board with Walmart and get really big wages with them in order for them to squeeze out the mom and pop industries. Very interesting. Very interesting. So there's deals that are being made with some of these people by these huge corporations because of the donations that they're making to the big governments. So this is where it's like interesting to take a look at, right? And taking a step back as we step into our beautiful Cancerian energies. Because this is a very nostalgic, reflective energy for you. And this is where you got to knowing that, you know, the sun is coming in, is bringing a very savory edge for you. And this is where you got to, you know, the savory edge that will help you to work smarter and get ahead of the game. Stepping into that and really trusting your intuition this week, Cancers, this is so important because you got to go with your gut feeling and keeping yourself attuned to the energies that are coming in and linked to your inner knowing. The truth is in the little things. And this eclipse is going to, you know, taking you into the darkness. This is where you're going to be. This may be around someone else's true feelings and your intentions. The moon rules you, right? That's your ruler. So for Cancerians, wherever the moon is, I mean, they really feel it. They know that, okay, the moon is full. They know when, you know, that mutability. So no matter what someone is telling you, if your inner voice is contradicting them, you need to listen. You need to listen because you have to feel your way intuitively through this darkness to find your shining light of truth. If you are keep going back into a scenario that is bullshit, that is pulling you down, then you are going to find that things aren't going to be in its right way. The snake comes in for you. It's the intuition and healing power of the snake. The snake isn't a negative entity. The snake teaches us so much. The snake is the energy of the self. It is that of transformation and newness and rebirth. You see the snake on the catechus, I think it's called, for the medical. I mean, it's showing you how to heal. So this energy is coming in where you can move forward with daring confidence, but you got to listen to break free of anything from this glass ceiling in this rut. This is about your, keeping your heart safe and your intentions clear. Virgo comes in, due diligence, doing your due diligence, getting out there, being humble, getting it done. If you're not, it's going to be getting messy for you, and you got to be the leadership in your own parade. You got to be the leadership. You got to be the leader in your own parade. You're a cardinal sign. You have to be the leader. If you're following a bunch of other people and you know it's wrong and you know it's not right, it's going to get fucked up for you. It's going to get really crazy for you. And this is where the Empress wants to bring you the abundance, but you can't have the abundance if you're following someone else's bullshit. So Cancerians, you got to come in and you got to follow your own agenda. You got to follow your own agenda. If somebody says, this is what we're doing, yeah, okay, that's great. Yeah, but I'm still going to do my thing. That's what you got to do. This is you following your thing, doing what you want to do. And this is bringing in some great, great energies for you and great transformations. If you follow your intuition. If you're not, you're going to be in some fucked up land. And we don't want to be in fucked up land. Trust me, I'm a double Cancer. I got my Cancer moon. Moon rules my chart. So I got a Cancer moon. I got a Cancer rising. And I'm a Scorpio. I got a Scorpio sun. My Mercury's in Scorpio. My Virgo's in Scorpio. Everything's in Scorpio for me. I got Juno in Scorpio. So I got a lot of Scorpio energy, when it comes to, going forward. But Cancer comes in because of the emotions. And if it doesn't feel right, if you're feeling anxious and it's feeling overwhelming, don't fucking do it, baby. It's like cancel, clear, delete, go the other way. I am not being a part of this. This is not mine. This is yours, and move in a new direction. Move in a new direction. And you'll see how that direction that you have to move, where you have to go. As we move along, the Tauruses. Can you turn down the heat, Steve? Thank you. So as we go towards the Taurus, the Taurians, Taurus. So the Taurus comes in, and the moon leaves Taurus, and it might be a case of moving out of the pot and into the frying pans. Tensions will ease back as the moon, but in 2 weeks, that Mercury, the planet of communication, will normally speed into your relationships for about over the next 2 months. But what I'm feeling is that moon is going to come up and hit Uranus in your sign. And this is not a week for major decisions. This week's eclipse may push some buttons of self-worth, hanging on your values. So this is really kind of like, okay, your value system is right. It's on the money. But know what is priceless to you. Dare to be different. Above all, avoid making any major financial decisions. Definitely watch out for major financial decisions, because if you are investing in the stock market right now or anything to the stock market, I would be very leery of some things right now, because we're going to see a lot of topsy-turvy. With that Uranian energy coming in with Taurus, and with, some of the angles that Uranus is making, this is about really looking at and awakening to some new ideas and new thought form. And for Tauruses, man, your money, house are impacted right now, hence the need for caution. So it's not about the money, but I would say follow it as the saying goes. Follow where the money goes. So the thing is that right now, when I was watching some of the things to do with Walmart and seeing some of the advertising Walmart is, I don't even want to fucking go to Walmart. I really don't. I don't even want to give them my money in what they're doing and some of the things they do. Same with Costco. Follow the money. Because you might look at those places and you see those box stores, but you got to go higher up. Who are they sitting with? Who are they dining room? Who are they clinking their glasses with? And this is where Uranus doing a revolutionary work in your sign around your values. And it could just be that which is at the end of the money trail. What is priceless to you? That you cannot sell out or even sell your soul over. Know you are enough. And with that comes the star sign. The stars come in. So saying, hey, if you're doing this, hard times are over. You're going to start feeling a lot better, but you got to listen. Okay? Renegotiating something or even asking for a different arrangement or a deal could be a positive outcome this week with Chiron. And you may even ask for something you didn't have the courage to do before. So this is coming in. So Chiron's coming in even in the cards. So Chiron's saying there's some healing coming in here. You got to look at it. Where are the benefits of your house, your salary, your payments, your mortgages, your loans, and everything, your taxes? Start looking at it. If you've been hiding away and say, and I know it's like nobody wants to look at taxes right now, but say you haven't done your taxes in a long time and you've been hiding away on it, how about if you pull them out this week? This would be a fine week to start really looking at it. And you might find out, it's like, holy shit, they owe me money. I don't owe them money. But if you're fucking going to hide in the closet and do your little Taurian thing and say, oh, I'm not ready for it. It wasn't on my schedule. I'm going to take my time in doing that. You're going to work. It's passion, baby. It's passion. Do what excites you. This is coming in and saying, yeah, this is what I need to do, but add some excitement into it. Put some positivity into it. And even if you end up having to say, let's say you do have to pay, maybe they're going to say, hey, you know what? We can make some fabulous arrangements for you. But you might be getting something else back. You might be getting a GST check. You might be getting something that you didn't think that you'd be getting. But yet you sit there and you want to fucking say, I don't know, my little Taurians. And this is like waking up, waking up. The price is right when you come from knowing your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth to do this shit. Know your worth to maybe renegotiate or maybe refinance your loan. You never know. All of a sudden there's money there you didn't even know that was there. You got to follow the money. You got to be aware. This is very important for you this week. If not, if you're going to sit there and sort of ho-hum and maybe, I was going to do it next week. Ace of Pentacles. Something new is on board. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Something good is coming in. But you got to get in there and you got to do it. And if you're not going to get in there and you're not going to do it, it's like saying, I want a garden, but I'm not going to plant seeds. I would love to have a garden. I want a herb garden, but I don't buy herbs. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. So, my little Taurians, get off your duff, know your worth, and get your shit together. This is a week to do it. This is a week to do it. We go into the lovely Libras. Oh, I just got heaviness with Libras. Ugh. I just felt like, oh, Libras, what are you doing? What is going on? Heavy heart, heaviness. We're ending a huge cycle when it comes cycle when it comes to a lot to do with relationships. So, God appears to have a sense of humor when an eclipsing full moon, an adventurous part of your chart during Neptune's full day in direct motion in your work sector, just when things can move forward on the job front, adventurous lunar vibes appear in a potent possibility. Fortunately, after the 5 months of the retrograde motion, Neptune is not only still at a standstill because it takes him about 5 days to get going. This is a planet of your dreams. This is about your imagination. This is about looking at what is it that I want? How about changing up everyday routines? So each day feels like living, something more perfect for you. Love could be right under your nose, but hidden in plain sight. So you got to shift your focus. So you got to sort of shake it up, my little Libras. Running away may seem like a good idea, but even if you're locked down, free, and able to do just that, it may not be the best idea. This is a week that brings the eclipses, the full moon in your ninth, right? And yes, and on a level of the feelings that you want to fly away is perfectly normal and natural. But you may have a deep emotional need for more freedom and escape of the current. So something's coming in that's saying that you need to start looking at it. And as you probably cannot go anywhere right now, depending on where you are in the world, eating, drinking, medicating, prescriptions and non-prescription, binge watching, retail therapy. This is a list of varied and endless, but leads to dead end. So remember being present in receiving your gifts. You got to be present. You got to be clear-minded. You can't be going along the delusional road and just doing drugs, alcohol, and rock and roll. Ain't going to get you anywhere right now. This is a fact this week, wants you to know that you have everything you need right now. You're going to be good, but you need to start knowing that you are protected. The mountains are coming in. Knowing that, Aquarius comes in, bringing you some stability there, bringing you freedom, idealistic energy, but you just need to adjust your focus a bit, and that's where Aquarius, electrical, look at it over here, look at it over here. And with Mercury, that lands in your third on the 1st, which is tomorrow, the love could be right under your nose, or you might be rekindling something. Maybe there's an old love that's coming in. There's some healing. So make the most of where you are and here and now, and brings you the release you're seeking. And can you create the perfect escape when you need to right now? This is like looking at it, but basis without tuning out. Like you can go to the mountains, you may be able to go for a walk, go to the river, go to the lake, go to the ocean, this is about you looking, and that being that kind of escape of coming in and connecting with nature is the type of escape that comes in. Not the escapism that goes up here that you go into somewhere different with drugs and alcohol. So this is about rebirthing. This is about rebirthing. Just hang on. My husband is yelling at me. Go look in the fridge. So this is coming in, and here comes the judgment. So there's some releasing that you have to do. Releasing, rebirthing with the Aquarius energy, but knowing that you're protected, that you're able to do this, and coming into to reinvent yourself. You have more at disposal than you think, my little Libras, right? You always get so frustrated with Taurians, Mama. Well, you're opposite me. You're opposite me. Sorry, I was in a little thing. But you're opposite. I'm a Scorpio. You're a Taurus, and I see it, and I just like, okay, move. But you don't want to move. That's the whole thing with Tauruses. So when I see with certain signs or certain, with the energies, and they're not wanting to make the transformation and the moves that need to be moved, I see the results that are going to happen if they don't. And that's what frustrates me, because I know they don't have to go there, but that's where they're heading. Same with Libras right now. Libras are very frustrating and heavy right now because they don't want to. They want to go into some delusional world, and in that delusional world, it's just going to cause them more chaos and craziness. Why do you want to go there? That's the thing. Here comes energy that says, here, if we stay with this light, if we stay here and we come in and we know our worth and we know that there's this huge releasement that is going to bring us greatness and make us feel better physically, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually, why not go for it? Why not go for it? Why procrastinate and not move? That's the thing. That's the frustration that comes in, even with Libras right now, because they're just like ho-humming it and looking at all the different sides. And oh my God, I have a Libra sun. I get that, and I got a Libra. My grandson has a Libra moon, so it's like he's not so bad because I can motivate the 5-year-old. It's a 23-year-old that is like, look at what you can do. Well, I don't have everything in there, and now I got to put more emotion into it. Get the emotion, feel it, activate it. create this. And this is going to bring in the rebirth and the love that the Libras need. Same with the Tauruses. As we go into, and we're moving along, we're moving along here quite heavily. And we're going to move into, what are we going to do next? Believe it or not, it's Gemini. Oh, Geminis. That's another frustrating sign. I think everybody's all frustrated right now for me right now. Even when I look at some of the Scorpios, and I'm Scorpio, I mean, there's a lot of frustration out there because people are sitting in that South Node Sag waiting for something glorious to come down for them, right? But they're doing nothing. And that's, it's like, oh, but I put it out there. You got to do it again. It's like, I went to the gym yesterday. You mean I have to go to the gym today? Yeah. I ate good yesterday, so today I'll eat the cheesecake. No, that's not how it works. So there's confusion coming in with my Geminis. Understand a direct question usually gets you a clear answer. Discussions with others may take surprisingly turns, and you need to uncover the truth about your feelings and or theirs around this key issue. Take it that jumping to conclusions without facts checking first isn't your best tactic. That's not really Gemini either. So this is where it's like, because that can get a little bit with icky feelings, something is being withheld. So hold on to that. If it's not feeling right, if you know there's something wrong there, trust in your emotions that are going on right now, your feelings. This eclipse, that happened in your first on the, today, and we are now in eclipse weather to the total eclipse that is going to be coming up later on in December. This is a past and present and potential energies that are coming in about partnerships of all descriptions. And with Mercury entering this house, and then tomorrow, this is going to be bringing in a lot of questions. A lot of questions are going to be coming in. And this is where you're going to be asking away, ask to ask, answers you get to the questions you may have hesitated to ask in the past. So a lot of information is going to be coming in for you this week, and it's going to be coming in full throttle. So there's a lot of full throttle energy that's coming in for you this week, my Geminis. And this is also going to be bringing in with Uranus in Taurus. You have an unusual opportunity to expand your relationships with yourself, with God, your psyche, your unconscious. There's this, this energy that's coming in a way which will give you the most extraordinary foundation for 2021. But this is where you have to come out and you have to address it, and you got to ask it, right? So we also have, I won't get into the great conjunction that's going to be happening on the 21st, but that is a big one that's going to be happening, and that's going to be coming in. And we got celebration coming in. So celebrating, yes, this is what I need. This is the energies that I'm going to be getting in. And, I did write a whole thing on Geminis today with them, because you're moving towards a sign off of regarding the house of money, apartment, shared values. This is pretty momentous for you, because as you only see Saturn leaving Capricorn once every 29 years, that this sign rules your material world. So this whole energy of this year, or the last 3 years since 2017, has been about your material world and restructuring your material world. And you're feeling that, especially with Saturn will be moving slowly into Sagittarius, or Aquarius. I mean, you're feeling that, I got to get things going. Because this is really where you're going to be entering into a lot of healing groups, friends, and bringing in a lot of new social circles as we are going into 2021. In comes your 10th house. Connections, your achievements, your outside world. How are you connecting? What are your achievements? How are you coming together with people? And with this is coming great growth. So you have the growth, and you got this energy coming in. So this is where you might have to go through some mentorship next year, or coming into some mentorship. On that note, great segue. Tomorrow starts my auction. Yes, the 4th annual auction for Mama G. Mama G's great auction, which happens on Facebook page on Mary June Tracy. Things going up for auction, so maybe you need to get a month-to-month counseling session. Maybe there's something that you need to mentor in business or spirit or something along that line. This is something that you have to look at because this is going to be bringing in some great growth. And with that, I got the 8 of Pentacles because there's something there you're not dealing with. Because there's potential of growth there. There's things to celebrate, yet you're not seeing your own potential and you're not seeing your own worth of who you are. And you're not asking the questions that need to be asked so that you can get the answers that you need. You're avoiding things and you're sticking around like an ostrich with a head in the sand or your head up your ass, whatever. But you're sitting around and you're not, and it's like, ooh, I'm getting so frustrated. Just like, ah. It's like, come on, let's get going, guys. Let's get motivated. Let's move it. Move it. You got your air, your mutable air. Let's get moving. Let's get it going. Because if you're not moving, if you're just sitting around in V slow mode, ooh, we got grumpy little Geminis going on. So we got to get some movement going on there for you so that you can get things going. And with Venus in your 6th, trining Neptune in your career sector on the 6th, your ability to work it like a boss, it's there. It's there. You can work it, baby. You can work that energy. But if you don't want to work it, it ain't going to work. If you're going to sit there and just like be just like that calmness. No, we need activation. We need to get going. There we go. Geminis, as we move on to the big roaring one, the lovely Leos. So here comes the Leos, bringing in big activations with the Leos, feeling them, and I feel like a lot of pacing is going around with Leos, pacing around, pacing. So with that, with my lovely Leos and the pacing that they're doing, and I feel like that's what I feel like my head's going back and forth. So there's a lot of pacing that's going on with them. And this is where it's like this cycle in Capricorn is about the work you do and your body, your daily routine, lifestyle, work ethics, looking far ahead into the future from 2021. The little chapters you write in your life now will play a big part on how they're contributing to the themes and ideas and characters that are going to be played out in 2021. This is coming in, especially on December 21st, and we're going to be hosting that beautiful energy of transformation that's going to be coming in. We have for you, especially this week, with this Neptune and Pisces in your 8th house of finances, property, clarity, and business, charity and business. This is where you need to, like, with Neptune, is about distortion. It's the kind of glazed vision that is so successful, blots out in the real world. And you don't even know there's an issue. So this is really, you got to really follow that intuition that's coming for you. And looking at your links with your friendships may take you to a surprise that as you see it, or them in a new light. So this could be baffling when it comes to something long term. So there's energies that are coming in to really awaken you and really see things. And a connection with groups and friends need your attention. But bring that attention to the name or names that immediately sprang to mind as you as this energy comes in. So as I'm saying there might be certain people that are springing to mind right now. And all I would say is that this intuitive Marco Polo moment, only you can see who it is, but keep the knowledge close and to yourself with this eclipse. So there's people that are coming in, energies that might resonate you or not resonate with you, but true colors are going to be formed, especially around people or friends that are coming in. And there's a caution here that's coming in about new peers, whoever wants to friend bomb or love bomb you now. The truth is this eclipse is concealing something to do with some of the friendships, and you got to be aware of that as we come in. Of course, I pull out the Leo. energy. So harnessing your loyalty. Who's loyal to you? Because I get you pacing back and forth and looking at who you loyal to and who you need to be loyal to. And this is emotional. This is sensitive. This is family. This is like, but they're my good friends, but I don't feel there's something odd about them. But don't say anything. You got to wait a little bit because to come out of this eclipse season, and you might not see it truly till after Christmas. So we are now in this eclipse season, and in December, and will bring your ruler totally eclipsed in about 2 weeks. This will take about in place in with your family and your love and your, this is going to come into that energy, right? And with Mercury coming in is going to highlight a lot to do with love talk, with pleasure. But if it's not feeling right, I feel like there's something there that's off. If something is off there with somebody, your family or something, and you're just not sure of, just hold it onto yourself, just sort of watch and see. You need to, but you still need to sort of do your thing and dance. You still need to do some movement there, Leos. You still got to get some of that, not to hang on to it. So you got to dance a bit and doing that dancing, because Five of Cups comes in and it's like, that's like the death card, right? So there's something that's ending in your life. There's something that's coming in, but you got to harness that loyalty and dance to your own music and look at what's true to you. Because with the Five of Cups coming in, it's like you're everything seems distraught, even though if you turn around, there is two more full cups. There is support, there is love, there's loyalty around you. But the ones that you thought are not. So this could bring in something, of you really looking into your own truth with everything and really trusting that. Moving along. As we move to Aries. Man, there's a lot of energy coming in here today. I could certainly feel it. So what we have is positive energy. So love, joy, and good fortune, which is great for Aries. They need that. With this total eclipse is stimulating the mind in a way that can create a flood of new ideas, thoughts, and insight. Write them down. Write this information down. This is where, while financial tensions have dialed back just a little bit for you. So this is great, because with Mercury going into your financial sector, this is a week. This eclipse asks you to use your inner wisdom when it comes to what you hear. Chances are it knows the way differences between truth and fake news, between what you're listening to now. Don't doubt yourself. That's a big thing. Do not doubt yourself at all. Ask your angels, ask your divine, call in that energy. If you are not doing your prayers and meditation, Aries, or if you're just sort of like going along saying, yeah, whatever, get off your ass and start putting up some prayers, some daily prayers for yourself and daily affirmations and shit. This is going to help you tremendously. And also we have things to do with fact checking. Take it that you're more reliable sources of information, maybe that psychic reporter within you this week. So this is really listening to your truth and honoring your truth. You need the guidance. You need the guidance of your angels and bringing in so that you can come in, because Neptune, who rules secrets and also your intuition, which may be the most infallible guide right now. So it's listening to all of that. In comes your fifth house. What people see, or your first house, what are people seeing? How are you presenting yourself? How are you going out? Part of this is, it's like when you wake up in the morning, are you just rolling out of bed and you're not doing your face, your makeup or anything, or shaving or combing your hair, and you're just like, it's like, no, do something. That's how are you presenting yourself to the world? How are you creating yourself to this world? Come into that creation, come into it. It's like, someone says, well, I don't wear lipstick anymore because I wear a mask. Fuck that. I still put on lipstick. I'm putting lipstick on because it makes me feel good and I love it. if you're not doing your hair, if you're not putting your makeup on, or if you're not shaving every day and putting your aftershave on, this is huge for you guys this week, because this is bringing in a beautiful transformation and the transformative angles with Venus and Neptune. So this is looking at your plans and your purpose and how you are coming out. And you have an angel on your shoulder. Talk to your angels, talk to your guides, right? And as you do that, honoring your divine feminine, the goddesses are coming in, trusting in that goddess energy, trusting in that. And the Queen of I don't give a fuck comes in, because it's like, maybe you need to start giving a fuck. Maybe you need to start taking care of yourself, and you haven't. So she's reversed. And she's usually clarity, here I am, this is the way I'm doing it. And it's like, maybe you need to get out of your head and get into your heart and your hara and start listening to your inner wisdom and the guidance that comes with you, and start giving a fuck of what's happening in your life, and start caring about how you want to look and how you want to be. Maybe there's something that I want to put on something. I want to start wearing something that's more vibrant. Maybe if you do wear a uniform every day to work, maybe you got to put on some vibrant underwear, and just sexy it up somehow. But that's what I feel for you always. You guys, you gotta start doing and presenting yourself in a new way, because there's a lot of crazy energies that are out there. A lot of energies of yes, you've been angry and this and that. But if you're not starting off with some prayers, some meditations, and coming into your wholesomeness and your beauty, you're going to get stuck, and you're going to feel like shit this week, and you're going to feel the anxiety, you're going to feel the overwhelmness that is going to come in, and it's going to distinguish your flame, and that's not what we want. We don't want to distinguish your flame at all. So get out there, add some, call in your angels and say, angels, 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 please be with me, around me. Do the mantra with me. If you didn't do it with me this morning, go back on Periscope, because I think on Facebook they blotted it out. But this is where follow me on Periscope, because you're going to get that. You can watch the replay on Periscope, right? And this is you having to take the action and doing it. Prayers every day, meditation every day. It could be like 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. They're not saying for you to do it for an hour. You're at a stop line. Dear Heavenly Father and Mother, please watch over and guide me today as I go through with my day. Bless me as I'm going in to do my grocery shopping. Help me to be my fully sexy, beautiful, scrumptious self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what you need to start doing. So if you're not, it's just going to come in heavier this week. Call in your guides, call in your protection. How are you presenting yourself, and how are you looking at the world around you? Aries, and now we go into Capricorn. The huge energies of Capricorn. And tomorrow morning starts the auction, and I'll be starting it at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. I'm going to be on here. So please join me tomorrow morning on my scope, because we're going to start the auction. Don't know how it's going to look. I know people keep asking, what are you going to do? I don't know. I just go with my intuition. Really bugs those type A personalities, that's for sure. So Capricorns, the moon returns to work sector for you, bringing you some energies there. But this is also where you're going to be creating your best life. Begins by looking at what boosts you. Then what steals your energy, what's been pulling you down. It may be all down to some details, some hidden little stuff that's been sort of edging you. So this is where you need to get into fact check before you act. This is where, this mutable energy that's around you, this is bringing in some heavy weather, so which can impact you a lot. So break up this December for good. So we want to break this up. We want to get things moving. We want to get things shifting, and in comes the sun. So bring it in. Maybe you need to buy some yellow flowers. Maybe you need to add something really bright and more lights onto your tree. So this is where it's, bringing in something along that line. It's taking a form of focus of your closest friends, looking at your daily life, your work habits, your responsibility. what you do, your routine, your environment, that you inhabit as part of this. That workplace for many, the home needs your attention. What are the details? Your mind, body, spirit is coming in. The seventh house, your relationships. How are you dealing with all your relationships in your life, right? So this is a link between how you spend your day and what you do with it, to your energy and how you feel. This is coming in. This is like you need to carefully monitor your body and your mind and your barometer, because do you feel drained or energized? It's very important, because this can take you where it's just like you're just like, ugh, I don't want to move. In 2 weeks, we will have a total eclipse in your 12th of secrets. So take it then that will be utterly in the dark. So take it then that you will utterly be in the dark. So something in the dark. So there's going to be facts, systems, something necessary. There's going to be a link. There's energy that's coming in there. There's going to be and it's going to be a huge buildup. So this month is going to be a huge buildup for you, because 2 of the major planets are leaving your sign, just leaving Pluto there. And this is going to be bringing in some real huge buildups for you. And you got to listen to your goals and your creativity and what inspires you. So this is going to be a bit of an adventure for you, and bringing that adventure in. And with that comes the 9 of Pentacles. What are you wanting to create? What do you want to build on? So this is looking at what you want to build, your creativity, and listening to what it is coming in. Fact check before you do something. Where your energy goes, your focus needs to flow. And really follow that focus, really follow that flow for yourself. Because if you do that, you're going to find things are going to come together, and it's not going to be so crazy for you as this December might be for you, for Capricorns. I had to take a drink on that one. Need more water. Water is a big thing to be taking right now. Olivia Tracy. And doing that. Hang on. I have to tell her that. There. Gotta love, air signs won't give up until you tell them something. There we go. And we go into Virgo. Almost done here. We got Virgo and Scorpio. Thank you, everybody, for staying with me as we are going through each of the sun, moon, and rising signs. If you don't know what your sun, moon, and rising sign, hey, auction starts tomorrow. Maybe you need to bid on a natal chart. There's going to be lots coming up for you. Lots coming up for this. There you go. Show it. There we go. So there's going to be a lot of different things that are going to be coming up on the auction. Tarot horoscopes are going to be coming up on the auction. We also have workshops coming in. I got a unicorn workshop that I'm going to be doing next year. So we got a unicorn workshop with working with the unicorns, and you would not believe the energies that come in with the unicorns. We got the female archangel class that's going to be coming in. I'm going to talk about that more tomorrow, because we're going to be talking about Virgos, because Virgos, it's all about the Virgo. It's all about the beautiful Virgos, the luscious, sexy, incredible Virgos. And this is where we start to look into that. This week asks you to be cool, put the shades on, be cool. This is especially when it comes to your work, career matters, and your public image. Playing by the rules keeps others on side. But when it comes to love, make it access all areas emotionally. So this is where it's like you are, I say we, but it's not me, it's you, are, big mutable weather right now, and this cycle now, which is going to affect you big. So take it that you'll be a subject to change and shift, and also that you may not be able to predict where and when these are occur, but that's okay. You're immutable, and this is mutable eclipse seasons, and eclipse also conceal things. So this will be taking a place across the axis of your 4th and 10th. So this has to do with home, family, security, career, reputation, and status. You may also have with your ruler going your ruler Mercury in your 4th moving tomorrow, and the 30th bringing this beautiful eclipse today in your 10th. So please remember that this is a house the moon is not happy in, and being covered up is not happy at all. So this is not a time to disagree with people or authorities, your boss or anybody of authority. Neither is it a time to lose your signature cool. So, or be a rule breaker. Thing is, I don't really see Virgos being really big rule breakers anyways, but you're a sign which loves the details and facts and check. So please, before acting or reacting in the first few weeks, do just that. So stay professional, be mindful of what you're doing, be the true Virgo that you are, because there are natural endings that are going to be taking place for you this week. And you're going to find, so take care of your health and wellness. Take care of who you are. We got Saturn coming in. There's going to be challenges, but they're going to gain you wisdom this week. So if somebody's trying to challenge you this week, not a time to react. This is a time for you that also can bring in some cosmic flirtation for you if you need a little bit of flirtiness. So you might be flirting with a guy that, you know, in the line or something. But however, don't take that new, you know, love's claim on face value for sure, especially if you're single. But this may be everything that, something that you may need, something that to cheer you up with the energies that are coming in. So this isn't really a time for you guys to go out there and be the ball busters or anything like that. This is a time to sort of watch, wait, and see with it. And in comes and have faith, because miracles are coming in. So the miracles are coming in, and they told me to pull another card, and I got action. So you're going to be told when the actions to take when you need to take them. So not to overreact with anything with that. And here comes the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, I mean, he is that of love, and he's, you know, having passion and all of that, but he's reversed. So he's like, you know, just chill right now, little Virgos. Just be cool. Just take a chill pill right now. Don't react to too many things right now. This is a time of you sort of finding the information, looking things up. You know, this is where, you know, you got there's amazing energy and bounty that's coming in, that's going to be coming into you, and relations in your area. But this is a time where looking at it, could it be better? Where else can I pursue? This is not to make waves. This is not to make waves. This is for you just to take a look at where you're going. This is you're taking a look at your home, your family, your household, your town, your country. This is where it's, this is just sort of taking a look at things. And especially where you're going to be finding, where's my vision? Where is it that I truly want to go and where I want to be, and then I can take the action and bring in my passion. But for the next couple of weeks, I feel, and especially with this, with these eclipses, and with the cycle of the sun, will expose what you are well known and recognized or even famous for in terms of areas of your life. So this is like, things are going to come and come open for you, but I feel like it's like, don't be a bull, which I can't see but don't be a bull in a china shop. This is like, just allowing for that gracefulness and that power to come in for you, Virgos, because the Virgo, the Virgin, is power. And stepping into that power, that means you got to do your due diligence. And maybe it's just like almost sitting and waiting and watching before you actually react, because you'll feel that time of when you definitely have to react. Whew. Last but not least, the infamous, I'm going to call us infamous, Scorpios. Yes, those Scorpios are coming in. Yeah. Beautiful Scorpios. What is going on with Scorpios? I feel like there's just like, it's heavy duty action. That's what I got. Heavy duty action. This is deep transformation is happening right now for Scorpios. And this may impact your finances, but is just likely to be around how you see yourself. So there's opportunities to become your own work of art. So it's like you are your own project. Be that runway. Yeah, I'm the runway. I'm the beautiful one. So Scorpios, that's, follow the money, get working smarter. Situations may transform or be a process of doing just that, but you may not be able to see where this is happening, or B, if you do, grasp the implications of it yet because of the eclipse. So eclipse is neither good nor bad, but like any other aspect, they just are. And we just know things under an eclipse. But what we do know about the eclipse is they hide stuff. We are now in the eclipse season, and with this full moon in your eighth, this is about your money, salary, loans, mortgages, taxes, joint assets, material home, for instance. So this eclipse, especially with December in the total money zone. So we are entering this cycle. It's best to avoid entering any new financial deals this week. This is about looking at, unless you are certain that all the facts and that you got the 24-karat impartial and professional advice. Mercury leaves your first. This is joining in the sun and is trining over to Chiron. And we got Chiron happening in here. So this could hand many a better working, something working, whether paid or unpaid. This is bringing in some innovation. This is bringing in some understanding of some of the resources. But such at this time, a finite. So look at how you are spending your time. Look at how you're spending, your energy, your money, and all of that. And this is where it comes into, the flowers. So there's success that's going to come, but you just got to be a little bit reserved this week, which is okay. And this could bring you with Venus, could bring you with this trine to Neptune, bring you a little bit of pleasure, your boost in your soul, inspiration, growth is coming in for you, glamour, attraction. And this is about, as I, like Harry Styles, gender neutral on the cover of the of Vogue, this week. So this is kind of being this neutral. New attraction factor is how you choose to rock you. And just remember, light draws this week. So become your own transformation that you want. Become your own runway, right? This is your own runway. The moon is coming in there. This is about looking at, you're sensitive. This is, having that sensitivity there and really honoring your sensitivity there. Looking at things with new eyes, fresh eyes, get curious, find out about things, And this is allowing for you to bring in and adorn yourself with such nuances of what you really like. If you think of an haute couture runway, they're unique. They bring in uniqueness. They bring in fashion that people are like, I'd never wear that. Next thing you know, you see bits and pieces of it out there. Come out and be your runway. And even though people might say, oh, that's crazy, but you're going to see in and around you bits and pieces coming out around you that is very similar to who you are presenting yourself. And that's going to bring in that energy for you to adapt and form to. And this is the Six of Pentacles. So there's a lot to do with balance. How people see you, who, giving and taking, receiving money, giving money. How is that ebb and flow in your own life, and how does that look like, and what does it feel like, Scorpios? It's a big week for all of us as I'm dropping everything around me. Big weeks of transformation and changes. Things are going to be radically happening for all of us this week. And it's really watch the money, a lot to do with money coming in. So, it's watching where the money is, where the money's coming in, where your money's coming in, where it's flowing, how you're flowing, and how it's working for you. On that note, as I said, the auction starts tomorrow, baby. So make sure that you join me for all the beautiful things and the energies that are going to be coming in and bringing things in. One of the cards that I'm going to be recommending for my unicorn course, if you're very interested in working with the unicorns, of course, it's going to be the oracle cards. I love these cards. So yeah, sending you guys out with so much love today. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Mateus goes to see Santa Claus today, so that's going to be interesting. Have a blessed one, everybody, and thank you for joining me. God bless, and the goddess bless you. Bye-bye. Blessed be.